hold up, guys. I'm actually going to turn down the volume. I'm going to take it down by 4. Fucking hell. 2016 volume. That's reasonable, I think. Hurt me plenty. It's pretty based difficulty. Alright. There you go, so we got some armor. I hit that. Oh, we're gonna run out here. Let's get the mega armor. But, you know, honestly guys, I just, I've been kind of enjoying just staying in my apartment alone. I've taken a bit of a break. Sorry that I haven't been posting as much like Resident Evil content. I haven't been playing an unhealthy amount of War Thunder in the days coming. I haven't really been gaming much though, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've been, is this headset even working? Yeah, it is. Sweet, it's based. I don't have to. The Wrathful Hand of God. Alright, get the shotgun a little early. Cool. Now we're gonna take some armor damage. That's cool. We can go grab some helmets. I think the helmets will add to the armor. Yep, and then we just need one more. Boom. We're back at 200 armor. So we're back at max armor. Cool. Still not all the secrets in that map, which is just wild to me. The backpack actually increases the maximum ammo hold, I think. If I'm not mistaken. This playthrough is going to be kind of crazy, but we're going to go ahead and play this kind of smooth. Picked up some shotgun shells. Hey, like if you guys like Doom. This content, it's not many people are really making new Doom content. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, but it's just not as common. Like, I play what games I want to play, and I think that's why my style is kind of cool, is because I play the games I enjoy. I enjoy the old survival horror games, and I just have a thing for these classic games. Like, I will say I am excited for the Silent Hill 2 remake that's coming out in October. It's got me so hyped up, I'm actually going to get a part-time job in order to sustain extra money and extra income to be able to buy a PS5 and to be able to buy a copy of Silent Hill 2. Awesome other good news is my job is moving me to 40 hours instead of the 32 I'm currently working, so I picked up an extra shift permanently until further notice, which will be, well, essentially until I resign or request to not have that extra day, which is, of course, is never going to happen. I have to work 40 hours. I don't care what job it is, I have to do 40-hour shifts. But tracking my life progress, you know, for a little bit, you know, I was kind of getting upset and angry with God. Not gonna lie, on some deep religious struggles. I hate being upset or angry with God. Because part of me realizes that, you know, I'm just being petty. I don't actually hate God. I would never, ever hate God. Never. But I do question him from time to time. Like why he puts us through trials and whatnot. But, and I'm not a perfect human being by no means. I don't go to church every Sunday anymore. I don't, you know, I just believe in him. And I believe that one day, when he does return, the people that don't believe in him will believe in him. And I hope it's not too late for him, you know. And I want to just go ahead and say this. I'm really becoming more mature. I don't, like, I used to hold grudges with people that would start shit with me, and now I've just realized that people are going to start shit with everybody. You know, you can't fix everybody, you can't help everybody. Some people just can't change. People can change, but there's some people that are just not going to, for one reason or another. Hold on. And so for me, it's just I want to focus on myself, you know, right now. Make sure that I'm feeling good, make sure I'm doing good. Because honestly, not gonna lie, the whole everyone tells me the same bullshit, that you have to just be doing better in life in order to get a female or a girlfriend or whatever. You have to be better. That's not true. I see broke people all the time with girlfriends, and the girls will stay with them, and even though they don't have any money, even though they're not going anywhere, they'll still stay by them. So that's bullshit. But in terms of females and whatnot, I'm currently actually talking to one, believe it or not. And she's not too horrible, I don't think. I am kind of suspicious of her a little bit, just because she's very good looking, and I know I'm not the only option out there. You know? It's just though she's very nice, and even if she's going to be just a friend in life, and nothing more than that, which God, I don't want that, but if that's the case, I am willing to work with that. And I can accept that because she makes me happy, even if we're not a thing. And the fact that there is someone out there that will make me happy. Even if they're nothing more than just a friend, to me means something. Might not make sense to some certain guys, especially people that like heavily like invest their time to listening to people like Andrew Tate. I mean, they won't understand that a female can be more than just a piece of meat. Because honestly, man, I was in that same mindset. A woman, you can't be friends with a woman, and for the most part, I'm going to go ahead and say, you know, I can see where that's semi-true. It's very difficult to just be friends with a woman, you know. But it is possible. It's just very, very hard. It's not easy, and especially there's a lot of tension there, which is something I just want to go ahead and say out loud that there is quite a lot of tension between me and her. I feel like, not tension isn't a bad thing, but just there's a lot of romantic tension, but she doesn't want to get hurt again, and I don't want to get hurt again, so we're just sort of taking our time to get to know each other before making a decision, which I think in the end is smart. Not because, oh, you know, someone else said it was a smart idea, or someone else suggested this or suggested that. No, I mean, I thought it was a genuinely smart idea. How in the hell do we get in there? I've always wondered that. As you guys can probably tell, my favorite weapon in this game is the shotgun. I just think the shotgun is so cool. Doom guys' weapons are kind of a bit lackluster here. Again, for me, the shotgun is just it's the one that makes the most sense. I mean, it covers a good area of effectiveness. The chain gun's pretty good for, you know, hoarding. The plasma rifle, the plasma caster, whatever they call it in this game. I think it's called just the plasma rifle. Probably one of the best guns in the game. I have one shot. And then the BFG 9000 or whatever it is obviously going to be one of those very goated weapons. So RPGs, it's okay. I mean, it can actually kill you. Which I thought was always kind of funny. You know, but yeah. Me being a fan of older games, I'm just going to go ahead and say this, man. There's just something to just kicking it back solo, realizing that all your friends are doing the same thing you're doing. They're just mindlessly playing a game by themselves or with their group of friends. And you're doing it too. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. As much as I would really wish I had like a just one or two friends that would just sit on the couch and take turns with me playing the game, chit-chatting and talking about philosophy, getting in depth with like religion and deep into societal constructs and talking about conspiracy theories and aliens and, you know, the fact that, you know, the Nazis had an entire legion of, not a legion, but they had like a lot of people that believed in the occult. Hitler believed in the occult. It's very strange because then you go and play like games like Wolfenstein and, you know, like, I don't know, it's talking about history, talking about war, talking about technology, talking about weapons, talking about just women, talking about just cars, the things that I enjoy. It's like, I don't know. There's just an element to it that if you have like a buddy that can actually sit and have a conversation with you, it's different. Whereas another buddy is like, yeah, let's go do something. We always have to go and do something, or always have to go and spend money. I mean, is that like really ideal? I mean, I don't think so. If in order for me and a person to have fun, to have a connection of some kind, in order for us to have that connection, if money has to be allocated towards doing something, whether it's watching a movie or, you know, going to like a theme park or something like that, of that nature, it's to me it's not a really stable connection. When you can really sit down and just be with that person and hang out with them, and just as a friend, I mean, you know, if I have a friend and we can sit down and talk about nothing for like half an hour and still enjoy each other's company, that's a real connection. That's an actual friendship. Now the thing is, relationships have to have like that same synergy. You have to be able to just enjoy each other's presence, because if you don't enjoy each other's presence, then you're gonna grow some kind of like resentment towards one another. You know, like, oh shit, my girlfriend's home from work, fuck, that means I can't be a man anymore, I have to go and hide my feelings. I mean, you know, that type of shit. I feel like, you know, because, you know, relationships, you can ask a million trillion little people and they'll tell you the same thing, man. I find the chainsaws good against the pinkies, honestly. You can cheese them with the chainsaw. You just have to be brave enough to do it. You might take a little bit of unnecessary damage from time to time, but that's where technique comes in. You're only going to get technique. You're only going to get better at something if you keep doing it. If you ever stop, you're going to lose your skill. You're going to lose what made you great. I think that's why video games are so cool. It's not just a thing about like, oh yeah, you completed this in a video game, but look at you in real life. Well, in a video game, you know, like it is a skill. Regardless if people say, okay, it's not doing anything for you in real life, you're right, it's not. It's, you know, I wasted 3.5 hours of my day today playing this game. It hasn't done anything positive for me, but I tell you what, it made me enjoy my day when I wasn't enjoying it, because it's entertainment. However, this, unlike most other entertainment, it's interactive entertainment, meaning that I have to do something in order for you have the mathematical equation of this is something has to be done in order to enjoy this entertainment or to be able to consume this entertainment. Thus, like for instance, when it comes to a movie, the only interaction you have is clicking the play button and putting the disc in the tray of the disc reader. You know, but for a video game, you are controlling your character, you are making decisions. So, you know, when you're playing games like, you know, Fallout and the Elder Scrolls, which I actually like both, I think Fallout's far superior to the Elder Scrolls. More reasons on that. I'm gonna follow up, but I should probably save my game. We're just gonna hit quick save. No, we don't want a quick load, we want a quick save. Game saved. Cool. In case we die, I don't have to start from nothing, which of course I can do. I'm trying to go for like a no deaths run on Hurt Me Plenty, which I know I can do. It's been so long since I've played that I just didn't want to over stress myself. Bit of some cool facts though for you guys. I've actually haven't played Doom 3 in so long. I actually wanted to get Doom 3. That's one of the last games that I get for this console. In fact, actually I kind of want to go back and do Doom Eternal, get the DLCs and complete those, because I heard that Doom Eternal's DLC was kind of cool. I still have not beaten, like, Doom, in my opinion, is one of the coolest games of all time. It's definitely the most stylistic. And I think you have to be kind of a classic guy in a lot of ways, a classic kid, you know, because I can think of, okay, yeah, it's the 90s, whoever was playing this was listening to Slayer, jamming out, you know, hanging out, doing basic people shit that people did back in like the 90s. You know, like I consume a lot of like 90s television, rather movies. It's kind of crazy now that I think about it. I don't know if you guys remember the first Clerks movie. It was in black and white. I thought that was kind of cool. They made a Clerks 3, I think, a little while ago, or it was being made, which was something that I was low-key kind of excited for, because I actually enjoyed Clerks 2. I thought Clerks 2 was really funny, because it took like the 90s comedy and semi-modernized it to like the early 2000s, I want to say, because they were talking about like I think it was one of the things in there was the son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a help me. Okay, fuck, I'm dead. But it was one of the famous questions they were asking, that they were talking about, rather, was the Lord of the Rings or Star Wars, the perfect trilogy. obviously, you know, I'm a Star Wars guy. I think Star Wars is definitely way better than the Lord of the Rings. Not to take credit from Lord of the Rings. I think Lord of the Rings is pretty creative. Thought it was a great story and whatnot, but still think that Star Wars is the best trilogy. Cinematically speaking, I mean, like, you know, nothing gets as iconic as Star Wars. I mean, seriously, Star Wars is goated. Star Trek is cool too, but Star Wars, man. It's fucking Star Wars. And I don't buy a lot of Legos anymore. One of the things I'll still do is I will still build Lego Star Wars sets. In fact, I was actually really into, I re-got into like Lego Star Wars, believe it or not. Earlier last year when I turned 18, I started getting back into Legos. I want to say, it was around the time I started working with Blade Cutters, so it was like turning 21. Started getting back into Legos. I'll tell you why I should be getting back into Legos. It's because I actually got back into collecting Hot Wheels and other models. And the thing is, if you consider Lego building to be like a form of model building, you know, then it's kind of cool. But the thing that got me into, hey, what's going on, man? FWOG, if I remember correctly, that's Big Cal Homie, right? Yeah, that's Big Cal Homie, I think. That's his other account. I'm so guilty of this, man, because I keep saying I'm going to get back on Discord, but actually I forget my Discord login thing and it's not letting me log into my Discord. So my apologies on that, man. Oh no, it's Boop. Oh man, my bad, homie. But I've been kind of busy, man. I'm actually talking to a female now, and believe it or not, she's very sexy. She's Colombian. She's very cute. She's very nice and whatnot. But I don't know if she really likes me though. That's like kind of the hard part of the whole ordeal, you know. Because I think that she would probably end up friend zoning me, but you know, it's fine. I enjoy her presence anyway, for what it's worth. I'm not even too worried about it. I actually moved out. I'm living on my own now, in my own apartment. They fired me from, actually, believe it or not, it's, I don't know if you were there when I was talking about that girl I really liked, Sophia. But it's actually her, that's who I'm talking to. The cleaning lady from the Crocs distribution center where I was working. And the thing is, I got fired and then she got fired. So it's kind of funny that we both got fired from that place. So we both kind of hate Crocs. I mean, they're stupid shoes. But regardless, no, they actually, so Aegis, the company I was working for, lost their contracts to another security company. So what ended up happening was, I was having big issues with people in the safety department. The way that security was being run was, you know, we were basically being micromanaged by the Department of Safety. Not the Ohio Department of Public Safety, but the actual safety department of that site. And the problem was, there was this guy, his name was Chris, and me and Chris did not get along. Because he liked to cover things up and he liked to lie about things. He also liked to cut corners. One of the issues I had with him was he tried to lie about one of my other coworkers having a seizure. He tried to say that she was asleep. That's not true. And so, in my official statement, you know, in his statement, he said something different than what I said. The problem was, you know, he did not like that. Because he was actually trying to get her fired for one reason or another. I don't know what his vendetta was against her. But for personal reasons, like he will try to get people fired. And the thing is, they fired me for opening a door. Just like I did in the game, I opened an actual door. I just did something as simple as opening a door, like this. Then I got fired. Now, some people are going to be like, oh yeah, well, there's more to the story than you just opening a door. They can't fire you for opening a door. You had to do something. You're right, I did something. I opened a door for somebody that had authorized clearance into that room. But something happened in the system where their badge access was not working. They still have to report to there every day, so I didn't think anything of it. So I let them in. I tried to radio to the safety department and to the supervisor when no one would answer. After 20 minutes of trying to get in contact with somebody, and they're the people that are trying to get in that building are getting kind of like, hey, you know, I have to report in, otherwise, you know, my boss is going to do this and do that. So I just let them in. Granted, is it my problem? Not really. Is it my responsibility? Also not really. But did I do it? Unfortunately, yeah. And they used that as a way to fire me, which is pathetic in my opinion, because they did not give me any prior notice or warning. And the part of why that sucks is because that happened the week after I took Sophia on our first date. It happened that weekend, so 2 days after the fact. Because I took her on the date that Friday, and then that Saturday and Sunday, obviously, I was working. So, then, you know, I was so used to seeing her at work that, you know, it's kind of like, oh, that kind of sucks, I won't be able to see her anymore. Well, she still kept in contact with me and whatnot, but the fact of the matter is, you know, she ended up losing her job too, which was kind of unfair to her. But also, you know, so I don't even know. It's crazy because now they're struggling to find people that are willing to work the actual shift in question, which is kind of comedy to me because, you see, there were many shifts where I was working 3 16s in a row back to back, the 3 16-hour shifts. And if you guys have ever worked a 16-hour shift, or you hear people bitching about a 12-hour shift, you know, tell them to grow up. Because, you know, 16-hour shifts exist. And so it's like, you know, and I still worked my fair share of 12s. 12s are never an issue. But like the 14s and the 16s, those are issues. Because, yeah, that was just a lot to ask of a single person to just do all that shit. To me, that was a lot to ask of her. Anyway, I turned 22 last this August 14th, so I've already turned 22. I didn't do any birthday thing or any special thing. I was actually feeling quite depressed because, you know, I'm still alone. I'm still doing the same shit I was doing while living in my mom's house, and my mom's selling my childhood home. So a lot of me has just been spending time in that empty house, just sort of sitting in it, trying to remember the good times I used to have in that house, which there were plenty of. And actually, I'm going to buy an actual video camcorder, and I'm going to actually shoot my own private documentary. And I'm not going to post it on YouTube or anything like that. It's just for me, just so that I always have it. Just so when I get old and gray and I start to forget things, I can actually remember who I was. So I think it would be kind of interesting to encapsulate time, to capture it, you know, because I don't know, I've been listening to some Eminem lately, because my buddies listen to Eminem, and there was that version of, where he said, there was a version of Lose Yourself, where he says if you can capture time into a capsule, it's like, you know, that'd be kind of cool if I could actually capture some of my best and favorite memories of, you know, just being me. You know, that'd be kind of cool. And I used to have a camcorder, so we ran out of film for it. And then I ended up giving it to a friend, who I think ended up selling it. So, you know, it's just one of those things that just kind of sort of happened. But no, my mom's actually going to repair my BMW and pay off both my cars. So with those paid off, essentially my living expenses decreased quite a bit. I'm actually going to try to get my motorcycle license, and I'm going to get into riding a motorcycle. As for the bike I've selected, it's a BMW R18. It's an 1800cc cruiser bike. It looks kind of like a Harley Davidson, at least it resembles a Harley Davidson in my opinion, so it's kind of cool. But last I heard, Harley Davidson kind of went woke, so it kind of disappointed me. Do I still appreciate Harley as a brand? Of course, always have, always will. But it's just one of those things I hate hearing the brands go woke. So I want a new Harley, and so looking for those following reasons. But however, I will say, um, for sure one thing still remains, and that's the fact that the BMW R18 looks great. And I'm going to try to get it in black so it will match my sedan. Actually, it's not a sedan, it's a coupe. But it's a BMW 328i with, you know, in its sport configuration. So it's a coupe with a lowered suspension. It sits really low to the ground. It's got these cool wheels, and it has a sports suspension on it. The sports package suspension is actually really nice. And it comes fully loaded with all the amenities and luxury comforts that you could ever want. So, to me, as that being my first car was kind of cool. But now me using a Ford Explorer as a daily driver is sort of cool, I guess. I mean, it gets me to and from where I need to be. But the cool part is, you know, I can always use that car to actually, you know, use that car to make it easier to keep my mileage on my Beamer. Because my Beamer has like 120,000 miles on it. Still has plenty of life left. But my Explorer has like 140 odd miles. So if I keep driving the Explorer, it's got some time left in it. But if I'm gonna save up my money, which I could, and I'm actually going to be picking up a part-time job, so doing the one thing I've always wanted to do, and work at a gun store. So I expect to see a lot more gun content on the channel. They call it, I have all my guns. My mom's like, you know, it's probably not a good idea to have all your guns in that small apartment. You know, and my mom kind of wanted me to let her hold on to most of them. Just so that way if someone breaks into my apartment, they can't steal all of my guns, which I appreciate her for that, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I want my guns. I also got my first storage unit, so I have all my hunting, fishing gear, and outdoor camping stuff. I have it all in my storage, and I also have my arcade machine in storage. And it really sounds like my shit's getting together. As far as all that goes, so I'm making progress. I can't be too hard on myself, you know. I've been very hard on myself about, you know, about perfection and whatnot. But obviously, like I said, man, no one's perfect, so I'm gonna cut that shit out. Because the only person I'm really pissing off or really hurting is me, and the whole world's gonna hurt me. So I don't need to hurt myself, especially not mentally. And I finally died. Grab me a can of Mountain Dew real quick. I would pour me a glass of Pepsi, but oh, that's another thing. I've been drinking a lot of pop, but the crazy thing is I've actually been losing some weight. I actually look thinner, not only in the face, but in like the chest, stomach, and all my sides. I'm actually looking thinner, which is something I've kind of always wanted, to look as a little bit thinner. Just a little bit. And I'm actually making that progress where I don't look like a fat piece of shit. Not to say that people that are fat are a piece of shit, but me looking at myself, I'm like, I'm over hard on myself. I call myself all kinds of bad names, which is not good. But I ain't gonna lie to you guys, man. I was dunked into a ocean of self-hatred, self-loathing, whatever you want to call it. That was my coping mechanism, was self-hatred. I hated myself to make myself feel better. Which is, like, so ass backwards. I don't even know how to describe how that actually occurred or how it started to happen. But I'm like, man, I just feel like shit, and I can't stop, like, feeling like I'm nothing. And feeling like that's how I get my motivation to change, is to make myself feel like shit so that I gather some semblance of motivation to improve. But all that would ever occur is I'd end up getting myself depressed, which is strange. Oh yeah, man. Hey, I'm sorry, man. Some of the topics I talk about get kind of deep. I don't know how much of that you heard. Yeah. Hate that feeling of mucus being in your mouth. It's nasty. God, I just love the shotgun, dude. Don't get me wrong, it's not the best weapon, obviously, but it's like, I don't know. I'd actually argue that the shotgun's probably number 2 in terms of the best weapons in Doom. Classic Doom. Was I able to live stream Bioshock? I don't think I was able to actually live stream the game. But if I was, dude, man, streaming Bioshock. Dude, I know where every item is by heart. I still think I remember where every item is. Despite me not playing the game in over 2 years. I think I actually might still remember. Remember Black Ops, the mission numbers, I think it was, the final mission. Where, like, you break free out of that chair and you're walking around to the interrogation, the CIA black site or whatever. Mason just breaks down and he says, I remember! Yeah, I remember everything. At least I remember a lot of things. Important stuff I always remember. Alright. On to the next area. Yeah, I'm playing it on Hurt Me Plenty difficulty too. I'm not like trying to over push myself because it's been so long since I played this. But I'm like, you know what sounds good? Just sitting down playing Doom in my apartment alone. That just sounds like some 90s people shit. That really just sounds like, you know, the type of people that really made this world awesome. It sounds like their shit. It sounds like the shit they would do. I like how you cannot lower the difficulty. I was actually looking to double check the difficulty. Keep kicking ass, dude. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, bro, you should stick around for a while, man. I'm actually going to complete all the episodes. So it's actually kind of interesting, guys. The pistol, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, looking at it, it looks to be semi-modeled after the Beretta 92 FS. It's actually my first handgun I ever bought because if you guys know Resident Evil, like that was the staple firearm in the Resident Evil franchise. Come on, grab this Mega Health. Let's go. One of the other things I enjoyed playing was like Unreal Tournament. You guys ever play Unreal Tournament? Or Quake? Or Half-Life? Like, bro, those are the real FPS shooters. Like, Call of Duty's great, don't get me wrong. Like MW2, and I'm not talking about MW 2022, I'm talking about MW2. Also, you know, MW3 wasn't so bad. Classic Modern Warfare is classic Modern Warfare. It's a cultural icon. Black Ops 1 was probably the best Call of Duty of all time. Black Ops 2, whilst being extremely overrated, I think for a lot of people it was like their first Call of Duty. For me, it was like my 11th Call of Duty game ever playing, I think. I actually played Call of Duty Finest Hour, Call of Duty 2 and 3 on the PS2. I've played like the old Call of Duties, man. I think I played Call of Duty, I think it was Road to Victory too. I think it was an actual Call of Duty title, and I played Black Ops Declassified on the PSP. I played a lot of the Call of Duty games, man. Might have been the PS Vita, but it's kind of crazy. Hell, I even played the DS ports of Call of Duty. Whilst they were god awful and garbage, I still played them. I may not have beat them, but I still played them. I think, but yeah, no, for some people that aren't true, you know, COD vets, you know, like they won't understand, like the significance of Black Ops 1 for me. It wasn't even just the fact that it was Black Ops 1. I mean, that game was actually my childhood. If I actually think of many things that I remember as a kid, it was that starting room in Kino der Toten. It was me and my cousin Brandon playing zombies in the middle of the night, doing an all-nighter. Had my mom and dad order a pizza, and we would just sit down there eating pizza and drinking 2 liters of Mountain Dew. Back when we didn't drink 2 liters of Mountain Dew by ourselves, because we were still kids. We would sit down there and make it to round 15 or round 20, and we thought we were the shit. And, you know, we kept doing all these different strategies and trying different things, and kept playing the game and kept learning different things, because, you know, we kept hitting the box and, you know, seeing what weapons we can get. And at some point we got the monkey bombs, and having no idea what the fuck a monkey bomb was or how it worked, we just sort of figured it out. It was one of those things that just sort of, you know, came with time, and once you started learning things and, you know, how to play the game, it was just improving. And that was cool. And discovering secrets and all kinds of shit. The other great Call of Duty game I remember was World at War. I think it had the best story. because it was the closest to it was the closest and most realistic depiction of actual World War II I think we're gonna get from any video game. In terms of telling an engaging and addictive story, or telling an engaging yet historically accurate and brutally realistic story without having to compromise first-person gameplay. You know, because oftentimes if the game is too much of one thing, it has to sacrifice another, but Call of Duty World at War was perfect depiction. I think another great war game I think does not get a lot of credit is Spec Ops The Line. Because Spec Ops The Line is more like a horror game than it is an actual action game, but it's an action game at heart. It's like it's like a cover shooter, so it's kind of like Gears of War and whatnot. But I mean, the only difference between that as an action game and as a horror game is the horror aspect is it comes because it's like Apocalypse Now, which is my favorite movie of all time. I think though Apocalypse Now is really tied with between, you know, Fight Club and another great movie. Hold on, I don't even know who that was. And Dawn of the Dead. I think those are my three favorite like movies of all time. And I think Dawn of the Dead was such a great film for its time because it encapsulated an era. You know? George A. Romero is like one of my favorite directors of all time. I love zombie movies. I think culturally speaking, they get a bad rep because so many crappy directors make such horrible zombie movies, but when the zombies are done right, I think they can not only be scary, you know, it's not hard to make zombies scary, you know, it's kind of, I think it's all about environmental storytelling, you know, like, not storytelling, but the environmental hazards, like, you know, lights blinking back and, you know, flickering on and off, and so it creates bad visibility. And seeing, you know, or for instance, like a giant horde attacking you or them running at you out of nowhere, or you accidentally stumbling into one. I think the brilliancy of the zombie genre is, in order to make it scary, you have to be creative with it. And beyond all that, I mean, as a subgenre of horror, we've gotten so many cool, like, things with zombies, you know. Like, for instance, we have action, you know, when it comes to, like, Black Ops zombies. We have horror, like Resident Evil and The Night of the Living Dead. And we have just great stories, really engaging stories like The Last of Us or World War Z. What was I doing? I died last time. Does anyone remember Wreck-It Ralph? That was such a cool movie back then. Remember when it first came out, I was like, gosh, say like 11, 10 when Wreck-It Ralph came out. And I was late to watch it. I actually was not there to watch it in theaters. Gosh, dude, I remember when the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid came out, man. Dude. That's crazy. I guess we're permanently locked out of the door. Cool. Double checking to make sure we got it. Well, not everything, but... Oh, kills, 99. Took too damn long. Alright. Quick save. Cool. But one of the things I really enjoyed was like the PS2 era of gaming. We had some bangers coming out, bro. I mean, we had the first Siren, which honestly was, in terms of actual survival horror games, alternative survival horror games is what I'm gonna classify that as. I mean, you know, a survival horror game with a severe gimmick which can make or break the game. You know Siren, you know what I'm talking about, which I think really it made the game great because it created horror in such a way. So the biggest gimmick with that game is you can have this thing called clairvoyance, or I think is what it was called, and you can see through the eyes of these possessed creatures that are trying to attack you. And so seeing yourself through their eyes and being like, oh shit, if he's looking at me, that means that he's right there. And so it created some pretty crazy moments, but one of the coolest games in that like style was like, I'm gonna say obscure. Yeah, we're just playing Doom. I'm trying. I have one death on this run so far, just one. I promise I'm not bullshitting you. We're playing on Hurt Me Plenty difficulty, which I figured is kind of fair since I haven't actually played this game in a while. Are you playing on the 2019 Unity port? I believe so. I'm playing it on my PS4. So yeah, it's the modern port. It could have been 2019. Might have been 2020. I think. Or yeah, it might have been 2019. I don't know. It was like my junior year of high school when this came out, actually, I believe. It's crazy because there's this girl I was talking to. She was this goth girl. Her name was Kayla. And it's fucking weird because my last time speaking to her was around that time. No, it wasn't. The last time I spoke to her, I was working at my first job at Ace Hardware. As a sales rep. Not a sales rep, but whatever you call it. I just worked there. But it was really crazy because she actually like sat down and watched me play this entire game, and we would stay up all night just talking and just her watching me play this game. And she watched me play through the entirety of Outlast 1, and I played. So we did a shared play where I was playing, you know, for her. I was playing her copy of Outlast 2. And she watched me play like Resident Evil and stuff like that. I don't know, she was really cool. And believe it or not, bro, it has been forever since I talked to her, but actually she's come back into my life not even that long ago. I just randomly got a message from her on like Instagram, of all places, right? So, you know, I open the message up and she's like, you know, it literally like, hey, how are you? And it's like, you know, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, are you Kayla? And I'm like, my mind was blown, bro. And all of a sudden, she hits me with the, you know, oh yeah, and I'm pregnant. I'm like, you know, what? That's crazy. Yeah, she's actually pregnant right now. So she doesn't have a job. She's doing all this crazy shit, and it's just like, wow. It's like, man, dude, like 3 years have gone by. I haven't talked to her. Dude, that's crazy. Like, to think 3 years have already gone by, and like that's how people. If I had a gun and feel like realistically. Oh yeah. I think I make that face where he's making right now. Hold on, that face. Not this one. That, hold on, that face. It's the face I make on the toilet. I'm taking like a fearsome shit. But nah, broski. No, man, but I make that one face he makes when he gets like the RPG or the machine gun. You know, that smiling face. I make that face when I grab my MP5. Hey guys, even though most of you guys are kind of new, I appreciate you guys stopping by, man. I don't even get a lot of viewers, really. I like that, man. I try to keep everything kind of small time. I like to know who's watching. Not know them, like know their personal life, but I like to get a feel for what you guys are interested in. You know, kind of cool. Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, this is my, I'm gonna say this is my like 8th favorite game of all time. And you guys might be like confused. 8th? But it's Doom. How could it be number 8? Like, trust me, bro. The other games on the list are well worth it. And believe me, Grand Theft Auto 5 is not on that list. So everything's cool. Half-Life 2 is on that list. BioShock's on that list. Silent Hill 2's on that list. Resident Evil 4's on that list. You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of good games on that list. So you just gotta trust me that there's some excellent games on that list. And this game is like number 8, I would say. So the main reason Doom's not my number 1 favorite game of all time is my childhood did not revolve primarily around Doom. My childhood mostly revolved around Silent Hill and Resident Evil. I still love this game to death. I think this game is a fucking cultural icon, bro. It is definitely the best. Out of all FPS shooters, it is the best FPS game of all time. But when I look at a game, no other game on Earth, and this is why BioShock's number 1. Silent Hill 2 is number 2. BioShock's number 1. I'll get into it. And don't get me wrong, it's not because these games are old. That's actually, it's kind of like MILFs, right? The older they are, the better it is. But, nah, man, well, not too old, but the fact is, it's like, for me, BioShock had me going. I was like on one, bro, when I was playing BioShock, man. Like that game really opened up my eyes to philosophy. Kills. Definitely my favorite shooter. Believe it or not, James Bond, or 007 GoldenEye, is probably number 15 on my list of all-time favorite games. Super Mario is not even on the list, unfortunately. I did not grow up with Mario or Sonic. I played a few Sonic games, but Sonic really wasn't my shit. Like, I wasn't like, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, really. Actually, what am I doing? I think I'm scared of you? Okay, there we go. I don't run, I make people run. Dexter quote. But when there's a bull with an axe, I run. Should be like that though sometimes. A quick save. Because I'm goated, I will beat them with pistol only for you guys. Barons of Hell. Pistol only. Let's do this. That's what I've been saving all my pistol ammo for. If it bleeds, it dies. Like I'm fighting Homelander or something. Oh, fuck off. And people struggled with this. Broski, you think I'm scared of you or something, bro? Bro, you ain't shit, homie. Bro, I thought I was gonna get a badass kill on him. Ain't even gonna lie, bro. Ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you, homies. I thought I was actually gonna kill him with a chainsaw. But nah, I'll kill him with the pistol again, bro. I don't give a fuck. I killed the one with the pistol, bro. I don't give a fuck. Their attacks are so fucking, like, linear. Throw a green ball at you, touch you, breathe on you, tickle your ball sack. Like, their attacks are so fucking linear. Oh, man. See, and this is why I love video games, because like, I can, honestly, I feel like myself, like, you know, I could go to the strip club or whatnot, and act like, wear my Adidas tracksuit, talk about my BMW and act like a douche, but no, honestly I get more satisfaction just playing games and being wholesome. Honestly. You know, but I do get some type of feeling at car meets, you know, when people ask me about my car and feel like, hey, you know what, why is it stock? And I'm like, I don't know, I just appreciate it. I actually do want to modify it in some ways, do some body work to it. What are you, Arnold Schwarzenegger? Are you the Terminator? Take a million shots? I'll be back. Oh, bro, suck it, bitch. You want some? You next? I'm gonna run out of ammo before I kill you, bro. I got 200 rounds, homie. Bro, Doom guy got that real extended clip, bro. Homies dumped like what, 400 shots into these things without having to reload. All those Glock fanboys are probably just like scouring the Umbrel plains trying to find a perfect extended clip. Meanwhile, Doom guy doesn't have to reload because reloading's for children. What am I spewing on about? I told you guys I would do it. It's not hard. Just dodge some attacks. No! more proof that Doom Guy doesn't really need all the big guns. Again, though, the big guns make his arsenal powerful. But still, though, the fact is, Doom Guy's awesome. I've actually wanted to get a Doom Guy figurine. Because I've wanted to get a Hunk figurine for so long now. Because, as you guys may or may not know on the channel, my favorite character in video game history is probably Hunk from Resident Evil. He's a side character. But he's just like the biggest badass in Resident Evil, in my opinion. Just do your research on why he's called the Grim Reaper. It's because he never dies. Because the death can't die. That's just badass. Obviously, Doom Guy is definitely one of the most badass motherfuckers around. Definitely like 1,000 times more badass than like Master Chief. Of course, I'm not a Halo guy. But actually, I've been considering buying an Xbox just to play Halo and Gears of War. And just a few other video games that I've always enjoyed, but just like on an Xbox, like Borderlands and whatnot. So I've been considering getting a bitch box because, well, I've been wanting to try it out for some time now. I've had my entire childhood to actually own one, and I just never have. I've always been a PlayStation elitist. Obviously battling the PC elitists. When really, I just don't even care, really. I just like playing video games. I had to get out of that childish mindset of, oh yeah, I don't touch the fucking Xbox, the bitch box. The only reason I don't like Xbox is the controllers. Like, they don't fit my hand right. Like, they feel strange. I've always just preferred the feel of an actual PlayStation controller. Alrighty, so single player. New game. The Shores of Hell. On Hurt Me Plenty difficulty. And, let it be known, my favorite game of all time is definitely BioShock. As I was saying earlier, and I'll tell you why. BioShock has a lot to do with philosophy. It's a lot of great game design. The graphics are great for the time being. The concept of the game is strange, it's creepy, it's atmospheric, it's memorable. It's the environmental storytelling, the lore, the story at hand, the mystery, the payoff, the delivery, the execution, all of it is just perfect. The score and the soundtrack. I just think that it's excellent. So what was that, 2 deaths? I died because I tried to chainsaw one of the parents that fell. Did anyone else think Kratos from God of War was badass? I used to until Doom 2016. Oh, wait a second. Cool. I don't know, but then there's obviously, you know, there's Devil May Cry. I think it was another great one. That's just got, so that's 3 deaths I'm counting so far. I'm keeping score, but you know, I'm also like not even really stressing about it. I haven't done a no death shred in forever. Oh fuck, dude, I'm getting so tired, broski. I got a date tomorrow with Sophia. I'm kind of happy. Going about this level the wrong way. Trying to be a badass, but not really good anywhere. Let me know in the comments, are you guys excited for GTA 6? I'm not really too excited for it. I think the 2 protagonist thing's kind of lame. The fact that it's a guy and a girl, it's just kind of stupid. Well, I want the protagonist to be one central character that we can follow through, because I think GTA 5 had that problem, where, you know, it's like, okay, we had Franklin, Trevor, and Michael. It's like, we don't need 3 protagonists, we just need 1 protagonist. Now, if you're going to make them separate stories and whatnot, cool. I'm sure. You know? But have them be separate stories. None of those characters ever had the impact like Nico Bellic or, you know, Carl Johnson had, or Tommy Vercetti, because they were all one character. They were just who they were, and that was it. Bottom line. All right, cool. It appears as if we discovered the secret to that like little area. We just gotta hit the barrels. We just kill all 3 of them before they piece the shit out of me. Yeah, so Kayla came back into my life, and you know, she's been messaging me pretty on and off. But anytime I message her, she instantly gets on and messages me back. It's kind of crazy. But I don't know, she's like a good friend. I wouldn't see her as anything more than that. I used to see her as more than that, but obviously, I'm not trying to say she screwed me over in any way, but she kind of screwed me over. She played with my emotions. But now she's back, and she seems like she's changed. And getting pregnant has really, like, how do you say it? It's really got her acting completely different. She has a whole different like view on life. Unfortunately, though, it has not changed her depression. She's actually more depressed now than she was when, you know, she's not more depressed, but I think when she gives birth and becomes a mother, I think it's going to help her in a lot of ways. And, you know, I want to be there to see the change, but at the same time, it's like, You know, she's got to accept it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? Like, things happen. You know, she didn't want to get pregnant. She shouldn't have been doing what she was doing because she was doing it with. You know, she's like, it's not my business to say that. I'm not going to say it to you, but it's, you know, it's just how reality works, man. Things happen. Whether they happen for a divine reason or not, things happen. Decisions are made and choices are made and things are decided, and sometimes it's not our place to say what's right or what's wrong. Sometimes you just have to see how it plays out. But, you know, I don't know. It's crazy. A lot of girls say they want a guy that, you know, they want a guy that can do all these crazy things and whatnot. It's crazy to me because, you know, here I am. I'm not that bad of a guy. I mean, most of you guys. I'm very patient, you know, and I have lots of patience. Patience is virtue. Patience is not the problem here. The problem here is wasting my time. There's a difference between, you know, there's a difference between needing time in between, you know, certain, definitely. Yeah, we're gonna take a minute here. Slow down. Let's really evaluate this level. I'm getting tired. I wish I could stay up as late as I used to. Man, holy fuck, dude. I think am I gonna go another night without eating dinner? Cause I already ate a pizza today. I heated up. I made me a frozen pizza. I'm gonna check the text messages because I'm gonna see if Sophia texts me. Oh, it appears that she might have. It says I had some notifications on the Facebook. Okay. Yeah, she messaged me. Hold on, I gotta translate her messages from Spanish to English. Unfortunately. Alright guys, sorry, I'm overreacting. So me and her were on the topic of finding a babysitter tomorrow because I'm taking her out to eat again. My flesh consumed. I don't know guys, she's beautiful. Like, I feel proud that I get to have such a beautiful woman in my car. It's really
made me enjoy my Ford Explorer, honestly, because, you know, it's not every day that, you know, people are like, you know, I pulled this hot Latina in my fucking Ford Explorer. It's like, you know, but here I am pulling a 10 out of 10. You know, it's like, that's crazy, that's awesome. Dude, I really want to get a video of Sophia in it on the channel. Hold on a minute. She was on 29 minutes ago. I turned off my... Cool, cool. Man, let me blow my nose. Message. Sorry guys, give me a minute. Because, well, I know it's complicated. I don't really know where things are going with the whole situation. Load game. We'll just quick load. Cool, we're back to the same level. I'm not getting off just yet. Okay, what should I drink? Yeah, I have another Mountain Dew. Gotta blow my nose really quickly, get all that shit, congestion out of my fucking nostrils so I can breathe and talk properly. I'm trying to be quiet because I have neighbors that might be sleeping. Just, you know, vice versa. Damn it. Cool. Alright. Hold on, let me check my phone. I don't hear any notifications going off, but... Seriously, I gotta have Christina watch the kids because she would not charge me as much money to watch the fucking kids. I guarantee you I'd pay her $70 and that would just... shit, $70. For like 2 hours you made $70. I could buy you a whole bunch of makeup and shit you don't need for 70 fucking bucks. Am I using a paper towel? Was it? Yes, I am. What the fuck? I'm so stupid. Using a paper towel as a fucking tissue. I know, I'll talk with Sophia tomorrow. I'm taking her out at 7. Picking her up. Ooh, bro, this time, bro, I'm gonna get my picture this time with her, bro. Ooh, shit, bro. I posted on YouTube. I'm gonna leave a poll. Is she a keeper? Cool, cool. I ain't gonna lie to you, homies. I think she's beautiful. I think she's possibly the most beautiful woman I've ever met. It's crazy. Because people are like, oh yeah, you never fucking know. You might find someone prettier. Yeah, but not someone as nice and sweet as Sophia. She's beautiful. Not just in the face, but in the heart and in the mind. She may have 2 kids, but don't worry, I'll make plenty more with her. Give it some time. I was dating Destiny for a little while, and she had like 4 kids. Something I can't handle. 2 kids. They're both like tame and calm. Fuck that. It's easy. Damn, dude. Okay, we're gonna loop. We're gonna put him on the loop. Cool, cool. Cool. Alright, look, we're low on health. Let's scour for supplies. Some shotgun shells, cool. Alright, cool. Damn. And it's so strange because, you see, she's so afraid of guns. But the thing is, I love firearms, and that will never change. But she has not been judgmental about it. So this time, obviously, I'm not being advised by anybody. I'm not, having anyone up my ass this time. Everyone's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. She's fully comfortable going on a date with you. Like, okay, it's fine, whatever. Alright, man, here's some things you gotta know first before doing whatever. Like, it's like I told her, I'll pay for the babysitter. Like, I'll pay for the dinner, I'll pay for it. It's fine, it's not the issue. See, I'm a gentleman. You're not gonna find a guy like me lurking around every corner, or a guy with patience. And that's the thing, man, is because some of these women aren't worth your patience, man. Alright? And I'm gonna explain it like this here. I don't discriminate against any race or religion or anything like that. I don't discriminate. I obviously have a preference. I prefer Latin women. I prefer women that look like me, right? I'm half Italian, half Mexican, so I'm brown and tan and whatever. So I prefer girls that look like that, whether they're Italian or Hispanic or Latin. I just prefer girls that look like me. Big brown eyes and brown skin. Or tan. Doesn't matter. That's just my preference. And that preference is not really that important, but it's definitely nice when you get the things you want. It's like it's like how I am with cars. Especially German cars. It's like, I like German cars, but there are some German cars I don't like Mercedes. Obviously, I prefer BMW. But if I had a Mercedes, I'm not gonna bitch about it, because guess what? It's still a nice car. And I have a strong preference for German and Japanese cars. But if someone drives a Japanese car, I'm not gonna make fun of them for it. I might if they are like boasting about it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously you're gonna have those people that rice their vehicles. And people think like rice just means Japanese cars, right? You can rice any car. Chainsaw these heads. The actual term ricer has nothing to do with. It's actually an acronym. It has a whole meaning to it, but you gotta know it. Know what it means. Let's take a moment here. Again, I'm gonna go double check my phone, because I think she might be in bed by now. So she might not be texting me for the rest of the night, which would be fucking goated as fuck. But hold up, guys, I'm calling Christina.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
I just got home.
Hey, at some point, so tomorrow I'm taking Sophia out. She found that she got a hold of the babysitter, the same one as last time.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to cost me a fortune. At some point in time, when she gets more comfortable with me, I might suggest, if you want to watch the kids, if that's something you're cool with, I'd compensate you fairly.
Well, the thing is that I don't know what time I'm off.
Ah, I see. Well, I mean, I would coordinate it with, like, does your schedule change every day or does it change weekly?
No, it varies each day. I don't ever know when I'm getting off. I just got off at like 9 o'clock tonight.
Damn. Okay, I thought it would kind of, because I know you wouldn't charge me an arm and a leg for watching 2 kids.
I never know when I'm gonna be off.
Yeah. Yeah, but things are going pretty good. So I'm actually playing the classic Doom.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Elijah? I can't! Because 1, I can't afford it, and 2, who's gonna pick you up from lunch when it ends at 6? Yeah. Who said that whenever the last kid leaves. Yeah, and it's $1 after every minute after 6. Yeah. too fucking many. I had to have one of the other guys play Captain Sailor so I can go home. He had to
Jesus.
take some of my routes so that I can make it home.
But you still enjoying your job though?
Oh yeah, the last paycheck that I got was $1,800,
Damn.
and that I'm about to get.
So you and Mike are both in the business of delivering packages.
Yep.
That's funny.
Mike has a bigger load than drives a semi.
Yeah, he drives a semi. Yeah. You drive like a box truck or a van.
It's a van. It almost sounds like those Amazon vans.
Okay. Gotcha. It's like those It's like those industrial cargo vans, like the Ford Transits or the.
Yeah.
Like the Mercedes has one, Dodge has one.
Yeah.
I was considering getting into that type of stuff, like delivering for Amazon, just because it sounds cheap and fun. But honestly, today I got a phone call from my boss, and as it turns out, they've decided that they are going to give me 40 hours.
Oh yeah.
So it's official. All I have to do is sign a piece of paper saying that I agree to that change in my schedule. As well as I'll also be taking a 5-cent pay increase. It's the most they can give me because I haven't been there 90 days yet.
Yeah.
But I'll take whatever extra money they're willing to give me. 5 cents an hour. Extra. It's nothing. But it's not enough money to where the IRS would take too much out.
Oh, we didn't do the thing yet. I've never tried it. Alright, so I'm gonna hop off here. I gotta go to bed, man.
Yeah, hey, I don't blame you. But you work tomorrow?
Yeah, I gotta take my neighbor to work at 6, and then I gotta be at work at 7.
Gotcha. Well, you have a great rest of your day tomorrow, and have a good night, man.
I'll try, you too.
Yeah, I'll be busy playing video games. Sayonara. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I would shoot my shot with her because I figured that she might be able to watch the kids. Because I know she would not charge me an arm and a leg. That's my friend Christina. She's also friends with Sophia, so it's kind of cool. That's why you need to know people. So many people tell me, you know, you can't have a girl. Well, Christina's a prime example of that. The craziest factor in the matter is just the fact that, oh, son of a bitch. This always tripped me out as a kid. I never even played this game that much as a kid. But when I did, the textures of like the flesh textures kind of freaked me out as a kid. I don't even know why.
shit.
So I got this crazy fact. I'm actually buying a Russian-made Makarov. I know a lot of people will meme about it for being communist dog shit, but I like Russian-made stuff. I think it's very collectible because like it's hard to get a hold of Russian firearms. So I've always had an infatuation, but not an infatuation, but a fascination rather with the Makarov pistols. A theory I have is the hilt style mag release underneath the handle was so that people cannot disarm the person or take out the magazine and the weapon and pull the slide back and basically unload the weapon in the user's hand. So one thing you could easily do is the 1911's mag release. It's on the side of the gun, and it's just a button that's spring-loaded and it will pop out the mag. So if you're wrestling a gun from somebody and you just press that button, it drops the mag. Eight of their shots go away. Their whole mag goes away. Then there's just the fact that there's just one in the chamber, and if you just pull the slide back far enough, you can unchamber the round. So the hardest guns to do that to usually are revolvers because, well, they're still in the cylinder. Also, there's no slide that you can pull back or push back to disengage a round out of the chamber or to unchamber a round because, well, there's no slide. It's a cylinder. So revolvers definitely have their advantages there in practical terms, but not everybody's a James Bond or a John Wick, so I don't think you guys would have that to worry about. But I think that the Soviets had the fact that, highly trained CIA operatives could possibly disarm their troops, so they would have it to where it'd be harder to take out the mag, especially from like an opposing force. Damn, that could have been me. I could have got squashed. I think there was a Kako demon. Giant eyeball. A meatball with an eye and a mouth and horns. Dog shit. It's a waste of an armor. Another game that I really enjoyed was Manhunt. I think it's severely criminally underrated. Now I have not gotten a chain gun yet. Yeah, I bet some of you guys were thinking I was gonna say chainsaw. I'm dead serious, I haven't got a chain gun yet. We're gonna go ahead and quick save. That quick save feature was much needed. I enjoyed that about that update. We're low on ammo for our shotgun. Oh, son of a bitch. worth a shot. Well, I have more pistol or shotgun ammo. Son of a bitch. Cool. Conserving ammo. Backpack full of ammo. Cool, cool. We want to stay away from that door. We're not ready for it. I think we need an RPG. We gotta really weaken down that Baron of Hell. And on low health, he will like decimate us. Cool, we got a chain gun. Someone just left. I really want to get to know my neighbors that live here in this apartment complex. A lot more shotgun ammo. Yeah, we're doing good. Fuck that, whatever the fuck that was. That was a Cacodemon, but that noise was fucking freaky. Chain gun has that DPS. It has a much higher DPS than the shotgun because it focuses fire on bullet precision. It's like 8 bullets per second. The red room. There were many Doom guys before me. It's kind of spooky.
Again, I'm sorry I took like a week hiatus. I was just too busy working, so I had like no days off. Then there were times where I went to the club and got home at 3 in the morning and then had to get up at 6. So then I'll have like 2.5 hours of sleep realistically speaking. And then I'm still working, having a social life, doing side jobs, but I'm actually going to get a secondary job. At a gun store as a sales clerk. Now I should be making close to $14 or even like $15 an hour, which is not a problem at all. I have no problem with that kind of payment. 20 hours a week should look like $500 every 2 weeks. Something like that. So if that's the case, then I can easily bring home an extra $1,000 a month, which should in theory fully cover the rent. Now take into account that I already bring home over $2,000 a month, so I can easily just live off of that. But adding an extra 1,000 literally gives me room to save for guns, for ammo, for things I want to do. And obviously, you know, when I get a girlfriend, so say Sophia wants to take things to the next level, then I have money if I want to spoil her a little bit and get her some nice things. Or take her out to do things. And when, you know, obviously we haven't reached that phase yet. We've only been on one date. And it went well. Okay, I have this large wad of tissues here. Holy shit. But, man. Holy shit, man. How's that song go? Come on, get down with the sickness. I'm just playing, I know how that song goes. Disturbed's like my 8th favorite band of all time. Nah, realistically, like number 6, 7. Okay, for whatever reason. Okay. Hey, I ain't even gonna bullshit you guys. I kind of feel like playing Resident Evil 4 or War Thunder or Resident Evil 1 remake or even RE2 remake. I might even play some Rogue Company. I'm feeling extra bored, or I might even play MW2 Campaign Remastered. I've been playing quite a bit of this game for like about 2 hours now. Not that I don't like the game. I mean, I can really play it. I can play it for a lot longer. It's just I'm honestly not feeling that well, and I'm talking constantly while playing it, and I'm distracted. I kind of actually want to go to bed. I'm probably gonna bullshit you guys. I'm sorry, homies.